Hi, welcome. My name is Dale McCluskey, and I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss the issue of obedience training, formalized training. There's a question as to how that may impact the drive of the service dog, the police dog. There's a lot of confusion as to what obedience really represents, and so I'd like to discuss the whole issue of connection, how dogs connect to us. And I'm going to kind of get you to see it from the relationship itself, through the dog and human dynamic, through the shared connection, and show you really that obedience training begins the moment that you begin to connect with your dog. Whether that comes through a puppy rearing program, somebody else has the dog through a certain stage of its life, and then it transfers over. That connection transfers over to you, but the whole connection part of it, the role-changing process, is happening again when you begin to interact with your dog through just beginning to connect with your dog at whatever stage. So when the dog, so the whole issue about focus itself. So when people say, well, I don't want to, I want to be careful with how I'm interacting, or type of obedience work I'm putting into that dog, because that's somehow going to impact the dog. Well, no, not really. Again, that's an extension of the connection. That's if you're putting what you're doing with the dog is really it's a manifestation, or it's an extension of the mind. So again, that begins. So when you see these high drive dogs, when they connect with the right personality type, role change, believe it or not, is happening, and you're not seeing all the drama. I mean, that's the whole thing about, say, when I go on site or help a dog owner overcome their behavior issues and problems, you're going to see lots of drama, because that dog already has a certain level of power. They're holding that through the relationship. So you're going to see the challenge rates go up, because I'm bringing them in competition, in alignment, their psychology in alignment. And so you're going to see the drama that you wouldn't see on a dog that probably has a lot more drive, afraid from the puppy stage, because you are who you are. I mean, if you're that's why the whole thing about police officers are going to be more successful with role changing a dog, because the profession itself attracts a more of an assertive, confident personality type. That command presence is going to impact how you think, because you're going to be more proactive in your thinking. It's going to be more confidence involved. So right away, before you even touch the dog, when you connect with the dog, that dog feels that. It's a shared connection. The dog's saying, wow, I feel that person meets the criteria. That person is a leader. And so that dog is going to transition and start to release that role over to the handler. So therefore, when more formalized training takes place, the focus is already there. The dog's decision making has already been impacted through the role changing process, through the connection itself. So the focus is already on what the handler wants. So when you start to connect dots through more formalized training, through the conditioning process, through, say, the game of tug, in a more formalized setting, I mean, it's just that the dog's mind is just going to connect. I mean, the focus is there anyway, so all the pieces just come together. But when the role change hasn't happened, then that's when the problems start. You'll see the mind separate too high of a level, the focus isn't there, and then the dog is going to be at a certain challenge state within that relationship. So it's all understanding obedience. So the whole thing is understand the connection's happening right away. It's a shared connection, comes through nature, and dogs really do share a really deep and profound connection beyond just body language and appearances. It's like a magnet. It goes deeper than what's seen. It's very deep, and that's what makes that bond between dog and handler powerful, incredible, deep bond, deep connection. So just encourage you to think about that. Again, if you have any questions about obedience training, these ideas about learning theory, they cause a lot of confusion, because again, people are separating them away from this connection. When dogs are responding from the surface, you may not even see clearly what level that's at, whether it's coming through a certain level of strength or a certain level of weakness. So even when commands break down, that's what's happening. It's coming directly through the interconnected role. So, you know, and again, when these issues aren't, you know, when people don't understand the connection the way it needs to be understood, then, you know, there's a lot of potential for, you know, washing dogs out that could otherwise be saved. Liability issues happen because, you know, dogs may hold on too long to the bite or not listen, maybe expressing too much power through the relationship, or you know, or you may not be where you need to be at to, you know, guarantee a high level of success. So, you know, and your confidence may be lacking in that relationship. So there may be a lot of hit and miss and just kind of being in the right place at the right time, and that can happen. I mean, there's all sorts of issues that come as a result of not being connected the right way and not being able to read your dog properly. It comes all through that. So if you have any questions, or if you are looking to gain deeper insight, I can help with that. You know, if your department or agency is seeking for answers to fine-tune or strengthen the program, or various task-related you know, duties of your team, you know, I can help to enhance all that through enhancement training, or through a seminar type of approach where I break this all apart piece by piece without breaking apart, you know, or starting over with your dog unit. So again, encourage you to get a hold of me. You know, I can come to where you're at within your jurisdiction and assist you and your department, your agency, with strengthening your program and unleashing the full potential of your police service dog. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great day.